I'm starting to think the S21 Ultra gets a lot of things right and is shaping up to be more than just a phone. Hello everybody, my name is Robert and this is Review Clue. Before we get into today's review though, if this is the first time that you're seeing my face on your screen, then one, lucky you, and two, go down there, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification icon so you get notified every time I upload. I have a super duper exciting video and announcement coming up that I can't wait to share with you guys, and I think you'll like it, so get subscribed if you want to see that. But without further ado, let's get into today's review of the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. The S21 Ultra is notably cheaper than last year's S20 Ultra, but will still set you back a pretty penny at around £1,145, and that's just for the 128GB storage version and 12GB of RAM. But keep in mind here, there is no microSD card storage, so you're probably going to want to go with one of the higher capacity phones, with the 512GB and 16GB of RAM model setting you back a whopping £1,300. The device itself is an absolute stunner. On the back, we have a beautiful looking matte finish and this striking looking camera bump that certainly will turn some heads. On the front, we have a 6.8-inch screen, with a slight curve along each of the edges, making the screen look almost bezel-less. The screen is an AMOLED display that looks simply gorgeous, with a resolution of 4K, HDR10 support, and even a variable refresh rate of up to 120Hz, making this the perfect screen for media consumption. We also have an on-screen fingerprint reader here, which is bigger than last year and faster too. It is worth noting that though this phone is an absolute stunner, it is prone to scratches. The back of this phone appears to be the sanded glass, so any kind of scratch that you get will reveal the underglass, and it's not a great look. So I think cases or a D-brand skin are almost required for this style of phone. However, the screen itself is Gorilla Glass and it has a durable aluminium body, meaning that it will still survive a few drops from a normal height and not be too damaged. Looking at this screen, it is genuinely hard to notice that 40 megapixel front-facing camera, meaning that it's not distracting from any content you may be watching. My only real gripe with this screen is its sheer size. I can't use this phone one-handed, or I don't think anyone could, without some serious finger gymnastics happening. So this is certainly a two-handed phone, and I think many people will be put off by this. Especially with its size, it's kind of hard to fit into some pockets as well. In terms of internals, Samsung hasn't skipped a beat here either, with either the Snapdragon 888 or the Exynos 2100. And unlike most previous years, the Europeans will be happy to know that the Exynos chip is significantly closer in performance to its previous generation, bringing the chips more in line with each other. And by that, I mean they are absolute powerhouses. Thanks to some of those One UI improvements too, the whole experience on this phone is next level, with hardly any slowdown perceived at all on any kind of app or game that you use. To support all that power, we have a 5000 mAh battery, meaning you should be able to get through a whole day, no matter what settings you have this on. In my testing, I could achieve a full 4K with moderate use. In terms of charging, you'll be pleasantly surprised here too. It's speedy and feels snappy, charging in around an hour and a half with the standard Samsung brick, which annoyingly doesn't come in the box. Of course, we do have some other cool features here like wireless charging and even reverse wireless charging. So if you have any kind of headphones or another phone, you can simply place it on the back of this one and it will charge up. A feature that I find a little odd. I still can't get my head around why you would want to use this as a feature, but it's there if you did ever want to use it. In true Samsung style, the camera array here is top notch, and I would even argue best in class. With a 108 megapixel main shooter, backed up by a 12 megapixel ultra wide and two 10 megapixel telephoto lens, one being a periscope lens. You can get clear images with an immense amount of detail, up to 6 times zoom, without losing any real perceivable amount of detail. Here are just a few shots taken with the phone. My only real issue, and the place I feel Samsung has fallen short most, is their portrait mode, with the subjects looking quite feathered around the edges and it's simply not looking as nice as the likes of Apple. Though for a point and shoot camera on a mobile phone, it doesn't get any better than this. That laser focus system on the back of the phone does also most of the heavy lifting and fixes many of the focus issues that we did see on the S20 series. What this means is that we can get even better macro images. So we know it does multimedia and photos superbly, but what about actual mobile things? Well, with 5G support rolling out more and more, mobile connectivity isn't going to be an issue here. Phone calls come through crystal clear on both ends, with the noise reduction on the microphones doing an excellent job of picking out my voice and removing background. One UI is perhaps one of the most polished skins of Android on the market right now, and with some people dubbing it the iOS of Android. And honestly, I can kind of see why. With a near endless set of features, including Knox security support, theming, and even DeX. This phone is perfect for basically any kind of environment you throw it in, with DeX offering a laptop-style experience without having to carry around a laptop. So writing up documents, checking emails, and even doing light gaming could be done with a monitor. Perhaps one of the most intriguing features though is that Microsoft integration with the phone. Think of this as like owning a Mac and an iPhone. Any text that you receive on your iPhone will automatically show up on your Mac. It's the same sort of thing here. Any message you receive on your Samsung phone will show up on your Microsoft desktop. But though this feature is here, it's certainly not as polished as that on Apple's side, but it is a huge leap forward in terms of connecting these devices together. Due to its screen size, we do also get some pretty cool S Pen support. Though it isn't fully supported, like the Note series, it is still nice to see here. It means that we can have more finite control over art pieces, and even quickly create notes by pressing that S Pen button and then writing down a note. It is worth noting here, there is no place to hold the S Pen on the phone itself. You'd have to buy Samsung's separate case, which can rack you up quite a lot of money quite quickly. So this really is a nice to have rather than a need for this kind of phone. So how do I actually feel about this phone? Well, like every other reviewer, I genuinely love this thing. I stand by the fact that this is one of the best Android phones on the market right now. Be that for multimedia, productivity, or even being creative with those cameras and video modes. But my main issues is that high price of entry and that lack of micro SD. But my main issue here is that high price of entry and that lack of micro SD card support. The way I see this device is it's not just a phone. If you already own a TV, a portable games console, a good DSLR camera, and a phone, then this probably won't suit your needs. Most devices will do what this phone can do, but much better. If, for example, you don't own all of those devices, maybe you don't own a camera, you don't own a games console, this is a almost perfect solution for it, because it will do all of those things very well for a fraction of the price of buying dedicated devices for each. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If I left anything out of this review that you'd want to know about the phone, comment them down below and I will do my best to help you out. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, get subscribed, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.